Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a Bat Châtillon Bourrasque. It's a tier 8 French premium medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka and it's under the command of Mizeanator. At least I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he's in the Wolf Creek serial Aslains. And this replay was sent in by one of his clanmates who also happens to be a member of What Arty Noobs. Game on! Well, as you know, the Bourrasque is a combination of two separate tanks, the EBR 105 and the Bat Châtillon 12 ton. Now the hull is Bat Châtillon 12 ton, so that's a light tank, and as you know, the EBR 105 is also a light tank, but it has a very potent gun. It's the 105mm, capable of 360 alpha, penetrating 190mm with standard APCR. And with the premium APCR, it will go through 240mm. It's a two-shot automatic, but it does have one drawback. It does have a intra-clip reload time of 2 seconds, and he's been spotted straight away. He fires one round in, but unfortunately he's on the receiving end of P-43's 90mm gun. Or was that actually, that wasn't a 90mm, I think that was a 75mm. Because he only managed to get 190, or maybe it was the 90mm, but he low rolled. I think it's the 90mm with a low roll. Okay, so he's reloaded to get 2 rounds in the mag. It's actually he's fired both rounds off. Didn't get any damage though. His reload is 20.54. The standard reload is 21.54. So he's managed to knock a second off the reload time. Okay, he's ready to go. The thing about this tank is it does have a rather long reload time. Oh, that Arty is definitely trying to get him. There's 2 Artys in the game, an M44 and an SU-14-1 on the enemy team. Just having a look at that T20. I think you want to time it so he just gets hit just as he goes into cover, and then of course he's not a lot he can do after that. He's into cover now, he's just watching at the moment, and he's getting the spotting assist. I think you could take that guy now and claim your first kill. He's just watching for the moment though. The smart players will actually, oh, he's gone. The smart players sometimes actually wait until the enemy tank suffers almost a huge amount of damage and they can just one-shot them out of the game. And that one's ripe for killing, and he's gone, the KB1S. Now this tank didn't actually exist in reality. It's a pipe dream by Wargaming, but it's actually quite a good tank. In fact, you'll find that many players actually manage to achieve Paul's medals and Radleys out of this tank because it's so effective. It's an ambush tank. You can just drive up behind somebody really quickly. It's got 62 km/h top speed. You can drive up behind someone, pump 2 rounds into their rear, and you'll be off before they can react. And sometimes that'll be the end of them anyway. Only has a crew of 3, and 2 of those crew have to do the reload. It's the gunner and the commander. The driver, he's on his own. The enemy haven't tried to hit him yet since he went back into this spotting position. In fact, they don't seem to be making any move further south, and he's about alongside the P-43 Biz on his own team, who's just down there in the tree line. Nope, nothing coming up yet. Oh, Carnarvon off in the distance, but he's outside draw range. Having a look in that direction. can see the enemy Arty is focusing on our teammates over there. In fact, their Super Hellcat just killed their Lurva, or our Lurva, who happened to be also in sight of the other tanks. And that setter is now right for killing. In fact, he did get spotted, but he gets the kill with his second shot. Okay, full reload now. Okay, we just lost our Jagdpanther, so we're down by 2 tanks at the moment. Enemy spotted in the distance. It's the Carnarvon Action 10. First round hits home. Second round hits home. Good shot. So he's in full reload again, but he's got 759 extra hit points. Okay, spotting another tank. It's that P-43 Tur, the one who hit him. So he can get revenge on this guy. All of his reference points are hidden, so the guy can't see him. He can wait till he gets really close, but once he gets alongside, he has to move because half of his vehicle, or the reference point, is seen. He's fired, gets the second shot, but unfortunately he's been ammo-racked. He took a round from the Super Hellcat, but he's got his second, oh, he's got his third kill now actually. I think we've got a problem with the mods at the moment because it's still counting down the time before he'll be ready to shoot, but he is loaded at the moment. Ah, no, it's showing he's ready. That's better. Okay, next enemy's coming down. It's the Super Hellcat. He's gone off into the field trying to get into the dip, and he's come out the other side of the dip. And he's headed south. He must realise that we've got tanks along the tree line, and I think he's trying to spot them by coming alongside them. The Lancer C's a good target. One more to kill. Yes! Another kill, 4 this time. Just waiting. That's it. The unspotted now, but that enemy is still there, the T-69. It looks like our team are actually spotting for Mizeanator actually at the moment. The T-20's moved forward. He is the one getting more kills, so obviously they're servicing him. Of course, he has a much better vantage position up here. Pretty sure that T-69 is still in the dip. Yes, he is. There he goes. Pops up. Takes one in the side of the turret. He decides not to shoot for the other one. He wasn't spotted, so he can sit here. And he gets the second one. And that's 5 kills. So it's 1/3 of the enemy team have now been wiped out by Mizeanator. That was a very good decision to pull away from that position. The enemy Arty lined him up for a shot, but he pulled away before he could actually get hit. Now the enemy's actually got control of the east side of the battlefield at the moment, and that includes the railway line right up to the crossing. He's decided to take this position because from where he was up on the hill, he couldn't see what was going on that far side. So pulling back actually does make a big difference. And they've got an M4Y and a Carnarvon Action 10. He can use the bush mechanic and get into a position where he can spot them. Our Arty can help. The Arty team is an AMX-13 F3. We're 1 down on the enemy, so we do need a bit of help. And we're also over 1,000 hit points down in hit points. And that enemy Arty is still trying to get our Arty. He's doing a bit of counter battery, but our Arty is moving about after each shot. This is a good position. And he spotted the M4Y and he's headed this way. Now he's got 2 bushes between him and the enemy, so he could take a shot without getting spotted. But he's lost sight of the target. Now the enemy have only got that M4Y and a Carnarvon Action 10, and their medium tank is the M4A3E8, and there's the M4Y again. He gets one into the hull, and the second one kills him. So he's now up to Top Gun. The Easy 8's just come over. He's in the bowl, and he's coming up to the south side of the bowl and just took a hit. Mizeanator's decided he's going to go after that guy. When you get close to a Radley's, it gets a lot more dicey, but this is where it gets fun. There's the Easy 8. Into the bowl. He's got him by the rear. 1 shot in. 2, and he's got 7 kills now. Unfortunately, though, we lost the T20 to their Su-14-1. So now it's 3 versus 3. The enemy team's got 2 Artys, and they've got a Carnarvon Action 10. As I said before, the Su-14-1 and an M44. Somewhere on this side of the battlefield. I think the Su-14 might be close to the railway line. There's the M44. He's making a run for it. Not today, Mr. M44. And that's a kill. That is a Radley Waters. Okay, where are the other 2? Now, the Carnarvon might be on the other side of the railway line. But I think the Su-14-1's over here. And yes, he is. Oh! He takes a round. But he pumps one in. And there's the kill. That's 9 kills. There's only 1 enemy left. He's in the village. It's the Carnarvon Action 10. He takes 1 round. He's a 1 shot now. He needs to be careful. That Carnarvon is low on hit points. Oh! Unfortunately, he's got enough to kill. And he does take the kill. And that leaves our team now with a Dickomax and an AMX-13 F3. That was a very good game by Mizeanator. Now the Dickomax is sitting in ambush, waiting for that Carnarvon to come across the railway line. He knows that we've got the guys on this side, but he's probably going to wait until somebody goes into the cap before he actually takes any action. The Dickomax has got a 105mm gun, so he is capable of taking out the Carnarvon, and the Carnarvon's appeared at the railway line. And that wins the game. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the kill. We can always run a replay. Let's have another look in action replay. Okay, so in action replay, let's have a look. There's the Carnarvon. Comes across the railway line. Yes, that's better. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first ace tanker for Mizeanator in the Bourrasque. Congratulations, his very first ace. He also got a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive shots on the enemy, as well as a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he ended up with 8. But it wasn't just the first ace tanker in this game. No, Mizeanator actually got his first Radley Waters in this game. Yep, it's the first time he's ever had 8 kills He almost got a Pools medal, actually. If only he'd been able to dial in on that Carnarvon a little quicker, he might have got his first Pools medal before he got his first Radleys. So very well done on getting a Radley Walters medal. Commiserate with you for not getting a Pools medal, but you will get one if you carry on playing like this. He also got a Pascucci's medal, as well as a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And just look at that win rate, 9,520, Super Unicum Standard, and quite a bit more. So very well done indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Oh, there he is, right at the top of the table with 4,544 hit points for Mizeanator. The second highest scorer was in fact the M4Y on the enemy team with only 2,937, and after that it was the Super Hellcat with 2,136 in third place. When it came to kills, yep, he's got the top spot there as well with 9 kills. Would have been 10, but it is 9. The second place man only had 3, and that was the Super Hellcat and the Carnarvon. And the third place was the M4Y and the SU-14-1, both with 2 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, it's Mizeanator, yes, on 1,628, which is quite high for a Bourrasque, because of course a lot of people play this tank, and to get 1,600 means you really did quite excel in this. And I think it might have been even higher still if you'd actually fired at some of those tanks you were spotting for your teammates, because you did spot for quite a lot of damage on the enemy. 860 hit point, 862 rather XP went to the T20, and he also got a Confederate in that game, and 720 went to the Dickomax, and he got the final kill of the game. He fired 21 rounds in that game, got 18 direct hits and 17 penetrations, damage of 4,544 hit points, of which 1,142 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy, all 4 were penetrations. I'm afraid the armor on this vehicle is particularly weak. I'm afraid it's only got 40mm at the front on the hull, 20mm on the sides. The highest armor on the turret is only 15mm, so you're not going to stop shells. If anything hits you, it's more likely going to damage you. And one of those Arty shells did actually splash nearby and was recorded. He also spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 9 of them, and did 1,539 hit points of spotting assist. If he'd added that spotting to actual damage, I think he might have ended up with a much higher base XP than he actually got. 139,716 credits for the battle, 69,858 for personal reserve bonus, and 209,574 credits altogether. After repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he actually ended up with a profit of 167,839 credits. And that's mainly down to the fact that he didn't use much APCR, premium APCR, because he really didn't need to. He was actually using the standard APCR and getting a good effect with it. 2,442 XP for the game, 244 for this being a premium vehicle, and 1,221 from personal reserve bonus. Took away 3,907 experience points altogether. So that was a really great game to get your Radley Walters on. He could have scored a Pools medal. I'm certain he could have got it. But for a brief moment of hesitation on the Carnarvon, and I think if he killed one of those other tanks that when he was sitting up there spotting, because he had the opportunity to kill the KV-1S and the T20, and he just let his teammates get them instead. He could have taken them, but he didn't. But he really did bring his team through, carry them through by getting 8 kills in the game, and by getting 9 kills overall and a very high win rate. So congratulations to Mizeanator for your first ace tanker and your first Radleys. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.